Hello friends. Welcome to Dr. Rajendran's Online Academy. In this class, let's learn about the latent heat.
What do you mean by latent?
Latent means hidden or concealed. Melting is also called fusion. During freezing or melting, substance loses or gains energy, but temperature remains constant. The absorbed heat in this case is called the latent heat. To understand this, let's consider the ice melting from -50 degrees Celsius to water at 50 degrees Celsius. This process can be split into 3 steps. In step 1, ice warms from -50 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius. In this case, the energy is absorbed and temperature increases. In the second step, ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius. In this case, the energy is absorbed, however, temperature remains constant. The amount of heat absorbed in the absence of temperature change is called the latent heat of fusion. In the third step, as usual, the energy absorption causes the temperature to increase, and so liquid water warms from 0 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. For a better understanding, let's plot energy versus temperature. As you can see from this plot, the temperature remains constant at 0 degrees Celsius. The total energy absorbed at 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 333 joule per gram. This heat energy is called the latent heat of fusion. Note that the latent heat is a phenomenon of phase change. Not only during solid to liquid phase change, but also, latent heat can be found during liquid to vapor phase transition. For example, 2,260 joules per gram of heat energy is absorbed during liquid water evaporates into water vapor at 100 degrees Celsius. This heat energy is called the latent heat of evaporation. Latent heat of fusions is also called enthalpy of fusion. Likewise, latent heat of evaporation is synonymously called enthalpy of evaporation.
Enthalpy. Could you please define the word enthalpy?
Enthalpy is the heat transferred at constant pressure.
What about the reverse processes, that is the liquid to solid, and gas to liquid transitions?
Enthalpy of fusion is equal to minus enthalpy of freezing. Enthalpy of vaporization is equal to minus enthalpy of condensation. Here, the minus sign indicates that the heat energy is released. Note that fusion means melting, and condensation means cooling down a gas into liquid.
I understand. Could you please list the exact values of the latent heats?
Yes, here we go. Alright, that's all for today's class. See you in the next class.